Okay, so let me just quickly introduce. Hey everyone, we have Sayan. He'll be training with all the process. If you have any question, you can ask Sayan, or if you have any question, make a note of it and you can ask later on as well. Okay.
Okay, great. So let's do one thing. Let me share my screen so that everybody can view how we can go down to a process and how things work here. Okay. All right. So is my screen visible?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, great. All right. Go to google.com. Here you type in see my loan status. Okay, and hit enter. This is the first link that you get. You just click on it. This will take you to this page. Here you need to enter your username. This is my username. This is my password. So you all will receive individual username and password for your login. Once you do that, click on originator and then submit. And then you will come to this page where you will have view my pipeline, start a new loan, turn times, cutoff dates for funding. This is our pricing engine, the guidelines, this checklist, and some information about the property insurance, like your CPL loss pay clause, your title loss pay clause, insurance loss pay clause, all those informations will be available here. So to submit a new loan, you need to go to start a new loan. And this is our TPO, a third party originator. Now over here, you can either import any 3.4 MISMO file in XML or FNMA format, or you can submit using manual data input also. In case you don't have a TPO like a Lending Pad, Arrive, or Encompass, you can use this also. You can just put in the information and create loan. Let's go up here. Okay. New loan submission is for loans which are under contract or refinance. Okay, that has a property address. Those are new loan submissions. In case you are doing a TBD, to be decided property, where the borrower does not have a contract but still you're looking to get a approval done on that, you can select pre-approval. Okay, pre-qualifications we don't do, so do not select this for any of the loan. Just to confirm, are you a wholesale broker to us or your correspondent? How you will be submitting? What will be your submission channel?
That should be a wholesale broker.
Okay. So remember to select this. This will be the only option that you will get. In case you're signed up or you get approved for correspondent also, you will get both the options here. So select the origination channel correctly once you're submitting. Because once a loan is submitted and the disclosure goes out, we cannot change origination channel. So in that scenario, we will be need to cancel that loan and re-enter everything once again, create a new file altogether. All right. So once you select a new submission, let's say for an example, you have a borrower and the borrower is looking to do a purchase. So, and it's under FHA. So in this scenario, you have to click on loan product. You select what type of loan you're looking for. We do FHA, we do conventional for Fannie Freddie, VA, USDA. Okay. Right now, we are not doing any non-QM. Okay. And what type of FHA, if you want, it will be a 203B, that's the standard FHA, or 203A, that's for disaster victims, and 203K for those are the rehab loans. You can say renovation loans, and 184. If you are approved for 184, this option will be visible to you. If not, you have to get the approval first and then let us know. We will add that in your on your login. Okay. Let's say we are doing an FHA, so you select this, then these are pretty simple things. You need to just go through with answering all these questions. Is this a construction loan? No. It's a purchase or refi, select appropriately, and things will change accordingly, whatever you select. This is a buy down loan. No. Does the borrower require down payment assistance? Yes, no, depending on the scenario. And then you click on next. Whatever the product that you get, can just select that and the product will be selected. Here, the interviewer means the LO, okay, who will be the loan officer. So you need to select the name from the list. If you have a processor for that particular file, you can select that also from here. You can add an additional processor, also a second additional processor, just in case you need it. Okay. Then you upload the file from here. You select the MISMO 3.4, choose the file, and then upload it and click on create loan. You will be generated with a loan number. The next step would be, I'm sorry, I cannot go next because we don't have a test file for 3.4, so I cannot show you. So I'll tell you. The next step will be to verify the details that is pulled from the 3.4. In case any changes needed, you can go ahead and edit those. And then the next screen will be to lock the rate. It is not important to lock at this time. If you want, you can just omit that part or skip that part and move forward. The next would be to run the AUS on the file. That is also not mandatory. If you want, you can skip that. Okay. Now to run AUS, we would need your login credentials for your credit company. Okay. So let's say if you're using Advantage Credit. Okay. So in that case, you have to use Advantage Credit credentials on our portal and the credit reference number. And when you click on run AUS, it will give you the DU results. You move forward to that, then you will get the fee screen. Once you're submitting a file, please make sure that you have the fees and everything correctly entered. If you have a fee sheet from title, you can upload that also. Once the LE will be disclosed in the process, we will use that fee sheet, we'll create the LE, and then we'll move forward. Once the file goes into the last stage, you have to just select to lender or send to lender as an option. Once you do that, LEs will be generated within 60 minutes and will be sent to the particular contact, the broker processor, and the LO on the file for approval. Once the approval is provided, or if any change is required, you can just ask on that email itself. We make multiple changes. Once you're satisfied with the LE, either one of you can approve it. We will send the borrower with the LE and the initial disclosures. And we would require all your documentation that needs to be uploaded. So by the time the borrower signs the LE and the disclosures, the file will be moved to underwriting. And our underwriting turn times will be visible here. Let me go back. I'll show you. Okay. These are our current turn times. You can see if you submit a file any day today by 8 p.m. for a purchase, it will be 8 a.m. tomorrow. You will get the loan decision. Okay. Our condition resolution time is 1 hour only. So let's say you have a condition and you provide us with a document. Within 1 hour, that will be reviewed and will provide you with a resolution, whether that will suffice the requirement or we need something else. But in some cases, if we need an expert underwriting opinion, that may take up to 24 hours or 1 business day. Okay, our turn times are very fast and it remains same for all categories of file, even if it is purchase, refinance, anything. Okay, it's all the same. So you submit today, again, it will be by tomorrow. Now, once the file goes into underwriting, and let's say we have a conditional approval on the file, in that scenario, you will be provided with a conditional approval letter. And on the same page, if you go to view my pipeline, you will be able to see your loan. Okay, yeah, here like this, you can see these are test loans that you see. So let's open one of them, I'll show you in detail. Okay, so in here where you go, when you have the options, you will get the conditions on this page itself, and you have to work on them. Once all the prior to docs conditions are reviewed and resolved, the file will go for CTC and we can get the docs out. Now, let's say for an example, you have a file and you're looking to price out a scenario. So in that scenario, you have to go here. That says price and pre-lock scenario. You can click here and you just have to enter all the information. Let's say for an example, we are doing a file for the zip code. So California, let's say we are doing a Fannie Freddie standard confirming loan. Origination is B12 as we discussed. Let's say there is no DPA. Amortization will be, let's say, ARM, 30 years. User property primary. Let's say if that is a single family. Estimated value, let's say 500,000. We are looking for an LTV, let's say 80%. And credit type, let's say with FICO, we have a FICO score of 680. and we do not need escrow. And compensation, let's see, we are doing a lender paid and we are charging the underwriting fee to the borrower. Let's do a fine product. Oh, sorry. Did I miss anything or everything is done? Okay, yeah. One per person purchase, lender paid. Okay, there we go. So this is our pricing screen. So on this 6.7090 on this note rate for 30 days, we have par pricing. Okay. And if you are looking for additional rates, you can just click on this, you get this. Red means this will apply discount points, and green means this will apply credit towards the borrower. Let's say the borrower is looking for something 7.125 for 30 days. Okay, so we select this, you click on it and go up. Here you can see now the rate has changed. The pricing is 100.860. Yet the credit applied will be $3,440, and this will be the monthly PI. The total PI TI would be plus the taxes and the insurance. So this way you can price out a scenario from our pricing engine. These are all real-time pricing. Okay, and accordingly you can select your product and see how it can go about. Okay, this is pretty much it on the submission side. Please let me know if you have any questions now, then we'll move forward.
I do have a question regarding the turn time for conditions.
Sure.
Are you guys using like AI, or how are you guys processing conditions so fast within that turn time?
Okay, it's a very good question actually. Yes, so we have both. We use AI to process our conditions. So there are certain conditions that our AI has learned. So if you get a document, the AI goes through, it crawls through the document and gets all the relevant information. If it matches the system, it will automatically get resolved. But sometimes we have manual underwriters also. We have a huge workforce. So, in just case the AI is not able to understand that, it goes to that manual underwriter. He reviews it and within 1 hour, he resolves it. And in case if there is something that needs expert advice, okay, in that scenario, it goes to a senior underwriter, and that's when it takes around 1 business day. And that's very rare.
Got it. Thank you for that.
No problem. Any other questions? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, I have two questions. So do you cover the program California Dream for All, and is it different from the normal submitting to your portal? Does it
No.
have any difference?
There is no difference. I'll tell you, there is only one thing over here. The product is not yet integrated in our system. It's a very new thing, just been a week. So my tech team is still working to get this integrated in the system. If you want to submit the Dream program, how you can do this is when you go to select product, you select Fannie Freddie. All this will be, are you able to view the screen?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So you select Fannie Freddie, and then construction loan, renovation loan, no, all this will be no, it's a purchase. Occupancy fixed, no buy down. The last option that you see here, does the borrower requires down payment assistance? You just select it yes. And it has to be a first time home buyer. When you click on next, over here from the drop down, just select this option that says CalFHA conventional. You see this? Again, CalFHA conventional.
Yes.
Okay, so you select this. Once this is done, you select, and remaining process remains the same, absolutely same. There is no change. The only thing that you have to do is you just have to email us, like you can email Alex or customer care or anyone, like whoever will be your point of contact. You can just email them the loan number and just tell them convert this to a Dream program. So what you're going to do is from back end, we will go ahead and change the product to the Dream, and we'll create the second lien and get it registered with CalFHA. Does that answer your question, sir?
Okay, yes. So do we need to have the full package to submit it to your portal, or we can submit a TPD?
You can submit a TBD also, yes. But for TBD, we would need the bare minimum package, the borrower's credit report, and the income documents to move that file to underwriting.
So no, there's no purchase contract required when submitted to your TBD.
No purchase contract. That's the reason it is TBD, to be decided. So no
Mhm.
purchase contract required. The borrower can shop while we go ahead and work on the approval part. In case in the due process, the borrower finds a suitable property for him and he gets into a contract, just provide us with the purchase contract. We will convert that same loan into a normal loan, add the address and get the LE out and proceed accordingly.
So how about the pricing? Where can we quote the pricing for the
For
dream program?
Yes, you can definitely. TBD can be locked because once we are creating the second lien, we can get that locked from 𝐃𝐿HFA. 𝐃𝐿HFA pricing is not available on our portal. It will has to go through the 𝐃𝐿HFA portal itself.
I'm sorry, let me confirm that. So how do we reserve the fund from CalFA?
Okay, now that's a very good question. Reserve the fund from 𝐃𝐿HFA cannot be done till we get a commitment to lend. Now, how this works is, once you submit a file, okay, and the file is near to CTC, the first lien I'm talking about, okay, we will send the entire package to 𝐃𝐿HFA for underwriting. Once the underwriting is done, they will provide us to commitment to lend. Once the commitment to lend is there, that's when everything is reserved. And that's when we issue you CTC and docs. But prior to
And
that, you can go ahead and get the file registered with 𝐃𝐿HFA.
and that only happened at the very end of the process when we get close to the
Near,
CUC.
yes, when we are near to CTC, because if we send even that file prior to CTC, the 𝐃𝐿HFA will not underwrite the file, will not give us anything. Because if we are not very sure whether we will be able to qualify that borrower, then how can we go ahead and send the entire package to 𝐃𝐿HFA?
Okay, so that is a different process compared to the other lender that currently providing CalFA as well. So another process that we work in with another lender is that as soon as we lock the rate, they can reserve the fund for us right at that time. So that would give us some kind of an advantage because this fund is limited and we're not sure if by the time the loan is CDC, the funding was still available or not. You know what I mean? And also, not to mention that there's a turn time from CalFA to underwrite the loan. And can you confirm on the turn time for that as well? Because the last time I heard from CalFA is roughly 14 days or something.
From our end, it does not take that much of time because we do have a specialized team who works on it completely, and we can get things done very quick for you. At the most, maybe within 2 to 3 days. I've not seen any in 14 days. Particularly from SunWest, no.
Yeah, I guess my question is, what is the turn time for CalFA to approve the package to release that commitment to lend?
That's I said, sir. It takes around 48 maximum to 72 hours. 2 to 3 days.
72 hours. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
For 𝐃𝐿HFA pricing, can we see the pricing scenario?
For 𝐃𝐿HFA pricing, ma'am, if you're talking about particularly for 𝐃𝐿HFA, then that has to be done from 𝐃𝐿HFA portal itself. That pricing is not available on our system.
Not the first lien I'm talking.
First lien, sure. Yeah. We can go here, then go to price and lock scenario. Okay, let's put in a zip code here between Fannie Freddie. Standard confirming. B12. DPA, yes. We don't have that option here, product. Let's do a home ready for Genoa. No, not Genoa. Hold on just a moment. No, 𝐃𝐿HFA pricing will not be available from our system for the first lien. It is not there. Hello.
Yes. So what's our options for us?
For that option, you can just use Morgan. Ask Morgan for the pricing, and within 5 minutes, you will be shared with the pricing.
Thank you.
I'll show you Morgan also.
Yeah, I have another question. So since you mentioned that impossible for your team to determine the borrower's, eligibility until you get to closing, right? So that means you guys cannot help with pre-screening application.
Not actually closing. I said it's near to CTC. So once we verify the borrower's income and everything, we can go ahead, the family size and everything. Once we have all those information, we can provide or move that file to 𝐃𝐿HFA. The package can be prepared and can be sent over to 𝐃𝐿HFA.
So what exact step that you guys would send it to CalFA? Like, what are the trigger?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand that question. Could you repeat that, please?
Because you said it would be near to closing, right? So I just want to confirm what exact step we can expect your team to send the application to CalFA.
Once we have the income, the credit, all those confirmed, once the appraisal is in, title work is in, and then we can go ahead and create the package and can send it to CalFA. That's where we said near to CTC.
I see. So then we can disregard the R condition, you know.
Yes, if those
Right.
are critical condition, no critical condition should be open. Critical condition means that may impact the decision on the loan.
Got you. So going back to my initial question, so can you guys help with, pre-screen an application to see if that borrower can qualify for CalFA? Maybe we can have a scenario and bring that up to you.
Yes, you can definitely. For scenarios, that's the reason I'm showing you Morgan. This is our AI tool. That's what I was talking about. Okay. So if you go in here, just use morgan.com. Put in all the documents first on the scenario on this portal itself. And Morgan can go ahead and let you know whether the borrower will qualify or not. And then accordingly we can proceed. So you don't have to even create a loan. You can just put in all the informations and that should work. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anybody, any other questions?
Hi, I have a question, but it's more kind of related to the PDF that you sent over with the invitation.
PDF that we sent over, what PDF you're talking about?
Let me find it. I think it's kind of like a flyer or something talking about this program, about CalFHA program itself.
Dream program?
Yeah, the Dream for All program.
Yes, go ahead.
So on that one, I kind of highlight a few things that I want to ask on page, I don't know what page, but under the underwriting section, it talk about if borrower is not a mortgage or on title to a property that is not their primary resident, following documents will be required. I didn't get
about the guidelines basically, because I'm not really aware of what document has gone to you.
Let me find the email. I come back to that when I find the email. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. No problem. I can show you. This is the guidelines for the Dream program that we have. Okay. So these are the two programs that we have, and this is the second lien. So since we do not have right now this integrated in our system, as I said, you just select CalFHA conventional and you send us the loan number. We can convert this to this product, okay, and create this one. Now, is this the document that you're looking at? Like you have received?
I don't know anyone can see it, but your screen's kind of frozen to me. I only see SunWest portals over there. I don't see anything else. Or maybe on a different screen or something.
Yeah, just give me a moment. Let me restart this. Hold on. Okay. Now, are you visible? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about this. Is this the document that you received? Or is this something else? This is our guideline for the CalFHA. If you have not received it, I can send this one to you. This will have almost everything, all of the questions answered. What would be the minimum credit score required? What should be the ratios? How the approval type would be? Purchase limit, if any, LTV, what we can do, what loan amount that we can have, what down payment assistance we can give. Okay. And also any other share application and features that is there. Okay, just to tell you, this is a silent loan. Okay, so there is no PI that is applicable for the second lien. All right, so the homeowner pays back the original loan amount plus 20% of any appreciation in the value of the home once he's making the payment. Okay, also you have the income limit, the underwriting. Are you talking about this one?
Yeah, I think that's the part I was not clear on that.
If the borrower is on a mortgage or on title or to a property that is not either their primary residence, following documents will be required: letter of explanation, 36 months of cancelled rent checks, a verification or rent, From a property management company, non-purchasing house. So which part do you want to know?
The second big bullet point, what is that talking about? If borrower is not on a mortgage or title to property, is not their primary resident. What are we talking about? Because I thought this program is only for primary resident property.
You have to check that, ma'am. This is something related to underwriting. To be honest, I'm not the underwriter, so I will have to get this checked and get back to you. Or you can ask the same question to Morgan. Morgan is the underwriter. You get the response there itself. I'm really sorry
Okay.
about that.
And I think the second question, like if you scroll up, then you're gonna see, I probably see the other question.
The income limit you're talking about?
No, I think the second question talk about if rental income. Oh, I think it's right there. If the rental income from the accessory unit, I think it's up right before underwriting. The last sentence before the underwriting, because I thought there was no rental income or anything like that. I'm not sure what that part is talking about.
Again, this is underwriting related, ma'am, so I have to get this one checked and to get back to you on this, or you can ask Morgan on this one and get more clarification.
Okay, I think I have the last question is, I think at the bottom it says SunWest is not an approved lender or something. I was kind of confused on. SunWest is not approved according to e-housing participating lender list. What does that mean? The last sentence there.
E-housing participating lender list is a list in which SunWest is not approved. If you need more details, again, this is underwriting related, so you have to ask Morgan. I'm really sorry about that. Guidelines is something that from loan support team will not be able to help you much. The best option would be to speak to an underwriter on this one. We can arrange a call for that also, or if you want, ask Morgan and get answers in minutes.
So this one is particularly only for Trim for All program, right?
Yes, this guideline is for the 𝐃𝐿HAFA Dream for All program, conventional. And this was updated. This is the shared appreciation program that we have from California with 20% down.
Right. No, I kind of got it, but those are three spots that I don't understand on that guideline.
Do not worry. I understood your question. I will get this one checked with the underwriter and may revert you back through an email. Will that suffice? Ma'am, will that work for you? Through an answer through an email? Or if you want, I can get somebody to give you a call from the underwriting team also and explain
that would be
you.
awesome. Yeah, that would be awesome. A call would be better, I think.
Yep.
Thank you.
No problem. Any other questions, please?
Can you explain where the scenario is 70% combined loan to value and when it's going to be 105?
Which part are you talking about?
So this product is a minimum of 70% for combined loan to value and then a maximum of 105. Can you give an example on how when it is 70% and when it is 105?
Well, no, this I cannot explain, ma'am. I'm really sorry about this. This again will be an underwriting related. Anything related to questions on guidelines that you're talking about will not be, me or Alex will not be able to answer. But we can find that answer out for you from an underwriter and revert back to you, or we can arrange a call back from the underwriter on this. That can also be done, or you can ask Morgan. You can get answers in minutes.
I see. Okay, so it's more likely an underwriting question.
Yeah, these are all underwriting questions, and to be honest with you, we are not the underwriters, so we're not really aware of how these things works. We are loan support, so we can help you in getting the file move forward. But anything related to underwriters has to be anything related to underwriting has to be dealt by the underwriter directly, because we do not want to give any sort of information which is incorrect.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I'm really sorry about this. Any other questions?
We assume that call today is going to be more of a CalFHA program, how it's priced out or how the scenarios are. That's what we are expecting this call for. I understand. I mean, we appreciate that you have explained the login details, how to go around the system and everything. That's the reason we all have so much of questions about CalFHA.
Okay, for that, let me do one thing. If you can give me some time, let me see if we can get some from the underwriting to attend another call. Maybe that can help you, or we can do maybe a phone call over a phone call with all of you, or a Zoom call.
Yeah, that works for us too. So we have, well, since the program has started like just a week ago, and we have literally did so much of marketing, we do have plenty of buyers who want the program. So we want to learn a bit more what SunWest can offer and help us log the loans and the funding as soon as possible. That's what we are anticipating from you, SunWest.
You can do one thing for this kind of scenario. Well, why don't you just log into Morgan and ask the questions? Morgan is directly the underwriter, so that's at your fingertips. So you can get. But if you want like a person answering, I have to check who will be the underwriter who will be available to sit on a call like this, and or maybe your CRM who can help you out, your AE basically, your account executive who can help you out. So I need to look for it. If you can give me maybe an hour time, I can ask Alice to get back to you, and maybe we can sit on another call with that particular person and can answer more of guideline related stuff.
Sure. And once we get the login details and everything for our individual accounts, we'll try to play around with the system, with the Morgan and everything. And if there's one more call today or tomorrow on, especially on the 𝐃𝐿HFA product, we greatly appreciate it.
No problem. It will be kind enough for you to send all your details, like whoever login credentials are needed. I just need, if it is for LO access, then I would need the LO name, email address, phone number, and the NMLS ID. And if it is for processor access, only name, email address, and phone number will work. If you can share that detail with, we can go ahead and create, and in the next 1 hour, we can send you the login credentials individually to everyone.
Yeah, Harry will take care of those.
All right, great. So any other questions on the setup apart from, yes, sir, go ahead.
Hi, regarding to the dream loans, how fast can you close them?
Well, as I said, sir, our condition review time is 1 hour. So you provide us everything in 1 hour, every condition is done. So it depends on how fast you can provide us with the documentations. And once that is done, we can, go ahead and submit or get it registered with 𝐃𝐿HFA and get the closing done.
Have you have any scenario that you already submitted to 𝐃𝐿HFA?
Yes, we already have. We are running already with this program. There are multiple programs that loans that are already in pipeline. We're working on it. At the most, I would say, see, most of the time, the only thing that takes time would be the appraisal. So that takes around minimum 5 to 7 days to get everything done, unless you order it on rush. So yeah, I would highly suggest how we can work on this is, once the loan is approved, once we get the conditions, you order the appraisal. By the time the appraisal is completed, we work on the conditions simultaneously, side by side. So by the time the appraisal comes in, we will have the file ready for submission then.
Can we advise our realtor to put like 30 days to close, or do we need more
Yes,
time?
definitely, yes. 30 days will be more than that. We have closed loans in 7 days also. But it again depends. Like, let's say for an example, we need a pay stub from the borrower and the borrower is delaying that. There's nothing that we could do on that one. Or maybe there is a requirement for a call that needs to be made to verify borrower self-employment and not able to reach out to the particular person. So these things are out of our control, sir. But we will try every day, every moment, every minute to make sure that your file is moving fast enough.
Yeah, let's assume that we have everything completed, the whole loan package. Our concern right now is we need to be able to reserve the fund for the clients.
Right. So how we can do here is, let me give you a real-time scenario. Let's say today itself, not today, yesterday we had a loan. I personally was dealing with one of my clients. So yesterday the LE went out. Today we have an approval. So by tomorrow, day after tomorrow, the client will be providing us all the documents. I just had a word. So once we have everything, we can lock the loan and get the CD out. So there is a 3-day padding for CD, cool off period. So once that is done, this is a transfer appraisal. So yeah, that's it. Once we have that, we can submit the file to 𝐃𝐿HFA. Next 40 to 72 hours, 𝐃𝐿HFA will get the commitment to lend, and that's a CTC. So total time would be around 7 days.
Okay, that's good to know. Have you received any approval from them?
I have to check that. The approval does not come to me, sir. It goes through some other team.
All right, thanks.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Sorry if I missed it. Did you say you already received a Trim for All application submitted to CalFHA?
Yes. We already almost have around more than 100 applications for Dream for All. We're doing this now. We're doing this from the day this has been launched.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Anything related to the setup part or any other questions except underwriting related? I'm sorry, I'll not be able to answer those. All right, so this is pretty much it for the training part. That is, as I showed you before, this is where you can go ahead and get the loan submitted from Start a New Loan. And that concludes the training. I will send you the guidelines once again, all of you. And once I receive the login details for everybody, we'll create the login and we'll send it out individually. And let me check with the availability for an underwriter to see, or I'll speak with the AE to see if something can be arranged in the next hour. Just confirm us whether you need a call today or can we do it tomorrow. So in that way, we can go ahead and get something scheduled for you once again. That will be specifically on the CalFHA Dream program. All your questions. Nothing related to other part.
Thank you, Sayan. We appreciate it.
No problem, sir. No problem. Thank you so very much for your trust in SunWest. Looking forward to work with you and make sure things are taken care of. Alex will be your point of contact from here on. Okay, and you can let Alex know anything that you want, and that will be arranged for you if it is feasible. Okay.
Sure thing.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. No problem. I will close my sharing now, and I'll drop off of this call. Thank you so very much once again for your time. Have a lovely rest of your day, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.